Before I introduce the fighters to say a few words and then we turn to questions, one thing I just wanted to do is I wanted to applaud both fighters and their teams for actually making this fight happen. Too often in boxing, as Barry said, fans want to see a fight. You know, the media wants to see a fight. Everybody, the networks want to see a fight. Everyone wants to see it, and there's, you know, the sides can't come together. So I just want to applaud both sides for actually coming together, making, you know, the concessions that each side had to make in order to make this happen so that we could all see this fight again. I just wanted to acknowledge and let both sides know that, you know, we at Golden Boy appreciate everything that they've done. The gentleman who I'm going to introduce now really doesn't need much of an introduction. You all know him very well from his exploits in the 2004 Olympics to his becoming a unified 140-pound champion. As we said, on May 19th at Mandalay Bay, he will look to erase all doubts that may have existed as a result of his fight in December and take back the titles that he feels should be his. He's got a record of 26-2 with 18 KOs from Bolton, England, Amir King Khan.
Hi everyone, thanks for turning up. I mean, we've got a great media turnout here and a lot of fans have turned up as well. Talking about the December fight, you know, we had a great fight. I mean, I got a lot of respect for Lamont Peterson. The fight, in my eyes, was the best fight of 2011, and it was, you know, it was one of them fights where we were just toe to toe, and it was just exciting. But you know, this next fight in May, I mean, we're going to change a lot of things in camp, but we're going to train hard, and we're not going to make any mistakes at all because we know, you know, this is a huge fight for us, you know, and it's a winnable fight for us. I mean, I know we made a few mistakes in the December fight. I still thought I won it. I mean, you know, I still watched the fight, and I mean, it just hurts me, you know, watching that fight and seeing what went on and stuff. But overall, you know, both would put a great performance on. It was a tough fight, and this next one's going to be even tougher because we know what to expect from each other. I know Lamont Peterson's going to be expecting, you know, speed, power, movement, everything, and I'm going to be expecting his pressure, movement, and power and speed. So I know exactly how to, you know, deal with it. I mean, I've started training early for this fight just to get back into the gym and get back into shape and everything. Gonna meet up with Freddie next week, so I'll be with him training in the Wildcard gym, and then from there we're gonna move to Philippines and have the high altitude training, which I've only done once, which was for the judo fight. But you know, we're gonna train very hard for this fight. I always train like a challenger, and you know, I want them titles back. You know, I want to bring them titles back to Britain in front of my home fans and still be the world champion. So you know, we'll see a different Amir Khan in this next fight. I'll be explosive as always, and who knows, you know, maybe this next fight in May can be one of the best fights of the year in 2012. So you know, let's see what happens. But I want to thank Team Peterson for coming over to, you know, UK and doing this press conference. We're going to be in Washington on Thursday doing a press conference over there. So you know, but like I said, do not miss the fight. It's going to be on Sky Sports. It's going to be a fight not to miss, and it's going to be a fight that, you know, everyone's going to be on the edge of their seats because it's going to be exciting as the first one. Thank you.
Now to speak will be a young man who has overcome quite a bit in his life, as I'm sure you have heard, of course, through the build-up to the last fight. Was homeless as a young man with his younger brother, overcame that, met Barry Hunter, went on to a very distinguished amateur career and a very impressive professional career. His only loss came to Timothy Bradley. Battled Victor Ortiz before he was the welterweight world champion, battled him to a tough draw. And then back in December, as everybody knows, just a few miles from where he grew up, he captured the unified 140-pound world championship. He has a record of 31-1 with 15 KOs. He's the WBA super champion and IBF 140-pound champion, Lamont Peterson.
I'd like to say hello and thanks for coming. Thanks to the media and the fans, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here fighting. The reason why I decided to take the rematch was not because anything that Team Khan said or I feel as though I have to prove myself to anyone. We're fighting, and I took the rematch because y'all thought it was a great fight. Y'all thought that we should do it again. So, you know, I'm all in for pleasing the fans. So that's why I took this fight. Seemed like Team Khan, you know, still had problems of what happened in D.C. I can only tell them that nothing shady happened in D.C., but I'm pretty sure they won't take my word on it. So just want to say to Team Khan, y'all have your chance to make things right. And I'm looking forward to a good fight. I'll be training just as hard as you. You said your training camp started, you know, 2 weeks before you normally do. Well, I've been training since that day that we stepped out of the ring. So I'll be prepared and ready, and ready to die in that ring to keep these titles.
I guess we'll now turn it over to questions from the media.
Amir, James Scott from Sky Sports. With all the controversy that has happened and the doubt was there, do you feel you now have gone through?
Yeah, you know, we want to go in there and win them titles back, and we want to prove that we are the champion and we are the better fighter. I mean, I'm putting everything behind me. Whatever happened in DC, you know, and losing the titles and stuff. We're just going to be training harder and coming back stronger, and that's what it's all about. It's how champions come back, you know. I mean, I've tasted defeat before, and you all saw how I come back from that. Now, you know, you'll see me come back from this defeat a lot stronger, a lot better, and a lot more focused.
Making a lot of changes to your path and training. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, we're going to be doing altitude training. We're working on new sparring partners, and now we've seen exactly, you know, the way Lamont fights. We know exactly what to work on and what not to work on, and what to improve on. I mean, you know, we make mistakes as well. We know what to work on so we don't make them mistakes again. So it's going to be just going back to the drawing board and doing things right.
And just to both fights, how does preparation change? What factors that have?
Well, you know, the first time there's a few things that we didn't do that we are going to do this time, and you know, we know not to take a step back this time. We know to push ourselves into the uncomfortable zone, work hard, and just stay focused all the way through camp.
I just let my mind do the work. A lot of times I'm not going to change anything, you know, preparing for a fight, because I like to think that I'm in great shape for each fight. So I just let my mind do the work from there, and just allow my mind to make adjustments and let my coach and trainers come up with game plans, and I just stick to that.